consuming fire, my heart's desire. Oh, how I need you more, a fresh outpour with no resistance. I give
Good morning.
come now and take my heart. This love's really yours. Don't fill me up, Holy Ghost. Shine bright until the whole world knows your love. Your love. Come set me on a holy fire. Burn bright until the whole world finds your love. Your love. This is my one desire, and only this I seek, to be a living fire, consumed completely. This is my one desire, and only this I seek, to be a living fire, consumed completely. This is my one desire, and only this I seek, to be a living fire, consumed completely. This is my one desire, and only this I seek, to be a living fire, consumed completely. Come fill me up, Holy Ghost. Shine bright until the whole world knows your love. Your love. Come set me on a holy fire. Burn bright until the whole world finds your love. Your love, Jesus. This is my one desire, and only this I seek, to be a living fire, consumed completely. This is my one desire, and only this I seek, to be a living fire, consumed completely. Come fill me up, Holy Ghost. Shine bright until the whole world knows your love. Your love. Come set me on a holy fire. Burn bright until the whole world finds your love. Your love. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Come fill me up, Holy Ghost. Shine bright until the whole world knows your love. Your love. Come set me on a holy fire. Burn bright until the whole world finds your love. Your love.
Good morning, tribe. Good morning. Good morning, tribe. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Come fill me with the Holy Ghost. One more, guys, and we're going to go into the word this morning. How is everybody this morning? Good morning to you. Tag and share Facebook, YouTube, like the video and share. How are you on this Tuesday morning? How are you doing?
Oh, God's been so
Good. He's been just that good. He's just been that good. He's been just that Good morning to you, Krishan, Sandra Slaughter, Amanda. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Mother Eva, Ashley, Danielle, Tammy, Latoya, Sharon, Sivy, April, Lorene, Candace, Chiquita, Gail, Mother Imogene, LaWanda. Good morning to you, Franchon. Good morning to you, Sharissa. Good morning, Mother Cynthia, Mother Ruby. Good morning, Mother Margaret. Good morning, Natista. Good morning, man of God, Jeremiah. Good morning, Mother Bertha. Good morning, Tamika LaShawn. Good morning, Andrea Lacey. Thank you, Jesus. He's been just that good. He's been just that good. When you think of the goodness of Jesus and all that he's done for you, you just got to say he's been just that good. Happy Tuesday, tribe. Like and share on YouTube, Facebook, tribe. Tag your tribe. Keep us in. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Happy Tuesday. Good morning, Kimberly Morrow. Good morning, Catherine Brown. Good. He's been just that good. Good. He's been good to me. Has he been good to you? Better than I've been to myself. Oh, he's been good to me. Has he been good to you? Has he been good to anybody on here? Just that good. He's been just that good. Hearts on the screen for hallelujah. Hearts on the screen for thank you, Jesus. He's been just that good. Yes, oh God. Come on, Facebook tribe. Tag and share. YouTube, like the video. And share. He's been just that good. Yes. Come on. Come on. Come on, press. Put your hands together. Give God the glory. Give him the glory. He's been just that good through heartache and pain, through the storms and the rain, through the ups and the downs, through the highs and the lows, on the mountain, in the valley. He's been just that good. Come on, give God the glory. He is a good God. God has been so good. He's been just that good. Think about what he has done for you. Think about what he has brought you through. Think about how he has kept you. Think about how he has provided. Think about how he has walked you through some things. Think about how he brought you out of the fire, not smelling like smoke, nothing singed, nothing burned. Think about the goodness of Jesus. He's been just that good. What caused somebody else to snap and go out of their mind? And you don't know how close you come to losing your mind until you put there. Think about that, how somebody else slipped. Their mind slipped and they haven't been able to come back. But you stood under the pressure. You stood under the dirt. You stood under the weight, and you yet got your mind. You better give God the glory. He's been just that good. Somebody else went into the hospital with the same diagnosis and didn't make it out, but here you sit. He's been just that good. Somebody else lost everything and still trying to rebound, and here you are, got a new place to live, a new car. You got a new job. He has rebuilt your life from the ground up. He's been just that good. Do I have to keep calling the roll? Put some hearts on the screen for how good God is. I did some things on my own. I went some ways I shouldn't have gone, and he kept me. He covered me. Angels were watching over me. He's been just that good. Hearts on the screen for hallelujah. Hearts on the screen for God. I give you all the glory. All the glory belongs to him. Come on, come on. Press, press, press on this Tuesday morning, and you better give him the glory. You better pause for the cause and say, God, I thank you. Open your mouth and just say, God, thank you. God, I just want to thank you. I want to praise you forever and ever. Come on, and ever for all you've done for me. God, I give you the glory. Hallelujah. All of my praise belongs to him. Yes, give him the glory this Tuesday morning. God is so good. Good morning to you, Tribe Keepers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I love you so much. Yesterday, I just all off protocol. Forgive me. Welcome our new Tribe Keepers that have come in all over the weekend. Thank you for those of you that sow the seed of an invite all over the world. You're like, listen, you better get in this room because we're only going higher from here. Thank you for each and every one of you who sow the seed of an invite every single day. You're going out, checking your friends list like, listen, you tag, you eat, you need to be in the room. Thank you so much. Say welcome to our new Tribe Keepers. We love you. And listen, you're going to love it here because you are loved here. There is no place like the tribe. No place like being here amongst family and friends. Listen, drop a prayer request in the chat if you want to. It's over. We own it like vultures on raw meat. Listen. We love one another over here. We build one another up over here. Listen, we breathe life into one another, speak life into one another. We listen, whatever we need, whatever somebody in need of, the 911 goes out. Welcome to you. We love you. Listen, I am Michelle, and I get the honor. I get to do this. He chose me to do this. Listen, when y'all figure it out, you let me know. Here, this don't have nothing to do with today's lesson, but I was fixing my tea, and the Lord just drops stuff on me whenever he feel like it. He don't ask my permission. He don't say, hey, you got a minute. Y'all know how I tell you. He just roll up on me. And so I'm kind of multitasking around 4:30. I'm making some tea, steeping it a little bit, trying to find this t-shirt, honey. Pressure made me a diamond. And I'm just kind of doing a few things and getting a few things in order. And the Lord dropped this visual on me. He dropped this visual on me, Mother Sharon Weston. He dropped this visual on me, Mother Bertha, Mother Ruby, Mother Margaret. He dropped this visual on me, Mother Felicia Johnson. He dropped this visual on me, Mother Eva. And here it is. I heard him say obstacle course. I was like, I'm thinking about the TV show. I'm like, does it even come on anymore where people have to go through this obstacle course? I don't even know what the end result is. I just had that visual in my mind when he said those two words. Monisha Bill, obstacle course. Natista Jones, I'm brewing and stirring the tea. I'm steeping it, putting my honey in it, letting it sit there, squeezing a little lemon in it, tasting it, letting it steep, and I'm just going on about my business, finding my t-shirt, you know, trying to do something with this here. And he kept saying obstacle course, obstacle course. I said, okay, God, you switching up on me this morning. You already gave me a word. Now don't do this to me at 4:45. God, come on now. Can you, do we have to do this today? And he kept saying obstacle course. I said, okay. So I Googled it, you know, I said, what is the purpose of an obstacle course? That's just, that's all I put in, Rachel Anderson. That's all I put in, Wanda Jeter. He's dropping on me at 4:30 something this morning, obstacle course. I'm making my tea, Sandra Slaughter. He drops those two words in my spirit. I'm trying to walk away from it, thinking I'm going to come back to it later in the day. He keeps speaking it to my spirit. I said, okay, God, are you switching up the word? What we doing this morning? He said obstacle course. So I Googled it. What is the purpose of an obstacle course? Every now and then you just have to say, listen, point blank, period, Pooh. What is the purpose of this? What is the purpose of that? People telling you you got to come to a meeting. They want you to do certain things. They want you to go along with it. You're going to have to start asking this important question in this season of your life. You're going to just have to say point blank, period, Pooh. What's the purpose of this meeting? What's the purpose of this Zoom? What's the purpose of this? Everything needs to have a purpose. I don't need no time fillers, no time wasters. I don't need no buffers in my life. What is the purpose? What is the purpose of this call? Why are you calling me? Let's cut the formalities. Hey, no, what you need, what you calling me for? What is the purpose of this call? We not gonna chit chat, show not gonna gossip. What is the purpose of an obstacle course? So I Googled it, and that's just how I put it in, Kiki. I said, what is the purpose of an obstacle course, Trina 3? And so here it is, here it is, here it is. And God showed me, Jacqueline Jordan, how it pertained to my life. Sandra Slaughter, how it pertained to how I'm able to help other people now, Mother Eva. The purpose of an obstacle course is this: to solve problems, to learn how to maneuver up and over and through. Oh, I'm gonna say that again. God messed me up 4:30 this morning. I'm brewing my tea. The kettle is whistling, and I'm like, God, what does got to do with anything? This came out of nowhere. This ain't been brewing in my spirit for a few days. I wasn't thinking about this when I went to bed last night, Mother Eva. Obstacle course. I see this visual. He deals with me in visions and dreams. He deals with me. I'm a prophet, so he speaks to me. I said, what's the Google, what's the purpose of an obstacle course? God, come on through. Obstacle course is to solve problems, learn how to maneuver. Oh, some of y'all need to learn how to maneuver through this season you're in, how to maneuver through the trips and the traps, how to maneuver through your emotions, how to maneuver through this new thing you're doing. You ain't done it this way before. It says it is the purpose. The purpose. That's exactly how I keyed it in. I wish I could switch my camera. What is the purpose of an obstacle course? I was point blank, period, with the question. It is to solve problems as it's two things going on at once. Solve problems, quick on your feet, quick. You got to be quick on your feet. You got to know how to think on the spot. Everybody can't tell you everything. Listen, everybody, where do I need to put this? Be quick on your feet and be deductive in your thinking. Learn how to solve problems with somebody without somebody having to tell you every little step. Some things like my granddaddy used to say, baby girl, just plain old good common sense. What is the purpose of an obstacle course? This is the question you're going to be asking from now until the end of the year about anything and everybody, about every meeting, every call, every meetup. What is the purpose of this here? To solve problems as two things going on at once, as they learn how to maneuver up, over, and through. Oh my God, tell God this morning, help me learn how to maneuver up, over, and through. Oh God, obstacle course. Just drop that on the screen. Obstacle course to solve problems as simultaneously two things are going on at once. You're learning how to solve problems at the same time that you're learning how to maneuver. Maneuver means get through something. Up, over, and through. See, I know now. Oh, listen to this. They also learn how to adjust to changing conditions. They learn, oh my God. Holy Ghost, leave me be. See, I'm going to have to sit with this myself for the rest of the day. They also learn how to adjust. Some of y'all gonna have to learn in this season how to quickly adjust, how to about face, how to maneuver, how to be quick on your feet. Listen, they also learn how to adjust to changing conditions. Everything ain't gonna stay the same. You gonna have to learn how to, on a dime, learn how to adjust to changing conditions. Listen to this, y'all. I'm about to throw my phone and everything else and memorize the fastest way to progress through the course. These skills will help you and I throughout life. I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna put it in a post today. I don't know who that word was for, but God dropped it on me around 4:30 when I'm trying to steep tea. You're trying to learn a new way to deal with your business. You're trying to learn a new way to deal with your life. Listen, I can help people through some obstacle courses now, Audrey Green, because of what I went through last year and the year before, Kiki. I can help you get through some trips and some traps because I done went through the obstacle course. I'm quick on my feet now. Don't nothing hardly move me no more. Listen, you not, oh, come on, somebody. Obstacle course. Come on. Let's shift over to our, oh my God, our lesson this morning, our devotion this morning. Let's shift over to morning manna. Obstacle course to solve problems as you learn how to maneuver up, over, and through. Also to learn how to adjust. You better be able to shift on a dime to changing conditions. Oh, and to memorize in this season the fastest way to progress through the course. Listen, as you walking through some things in this season, Krishan, take note. Take mental note so that, listen, I done seen this before. Take mental note, memorize in this season how to get through this course. Oh my God, obstacle course. Jeremiah 1:5. I can't do this with y'all this morning. Jesus, oh God. See, when you get yourself open to the Spirit, He is apt to drop something on you whenever He feel like it. Listen, as a prophet of God, those two words, obstacle course, means something to somebody this morning. You're learning how to solve problems and maneuver through this season because you ain't been this way before, but you better take note. You better learn how to adjust to changing conditions. You better learn the fastest way through this course because guess what? The next one is on the way. Oh my God. It's a skill you gonna need to get through this so you can get to that. Oh, wait, back it up. Some of us are trying to get to that and we haven't learned how to get through this. We overcome. Oh, this is the word of the Lord that He spoke to me. We overcome by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of our testimony. A lot of us cannot overcome because we plead in the blood, but you won't open your mouth and tell nobody what you've been through to give God the glory. You shame of what you done walk through. You trying to hide it. Oh, but God said if you just tell somebody, you gonna overcome. If you just tell somebody, the glory gonna fall. If you just tell somebody, the shackles are gonna be loose. If you just tell somebody, The anointing will increase. I'm not ashamed of anything I've had to walk through. I'm sitting here a living, breathing, walking epistle testimony. I'm sitting here a breathing, a living prophetess of God. I'm sitting here under the anointing and power of God. Lest I had gone through the obstacle course, I couldn't sit here with no kind of power, no kind of anointing. Lest I went through the obstacle course, I couldn't go snatch Sharissa, Krishan, Latoya, Eva. I couldn't go snatch Sakila. I couldn't go snatch Mother Bertha. I couldn't snatch nobody out of something that I ain't been able to get through and maneuver through myself. Come on, somebody say obstacle course. Jeremiah 1. He's been just that good. Whew, okay. Jeremiah 1, 5 through 7. And I'm going to read it in the New King James Version first. This is God. He done rolled up on the prophet Jeremiah, and he's telling Jeremiah this: before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. I want somebody to hear this word this morning. Don't let the familiarity of this passage rob it of the revelation that God is saying to you this morning, to your new place, to your new wine, to your new assignment, to your new anointing. Oh, to your hashtag new. Oh, I went all the way back to 2018. Hashtag new. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. That means intimacy. That means that word new in the Bible is the same root word that it calls for a husband and wife when they become intimate, when they become one. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. I knew everything you was going to walk through. I knew everything you was going to do. I knew everything that was going to come up against you. I knew everything you were going to do to try to self-sabotage your journey. I knew everything you was going to say and do. Nothing caught me off guard. Listen, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I sanctified you. That's just a big word to say I set you aside for a special purpose. You know how we set certain dishes aside, plates and stuff aside that we don't use till Thanksgiving and Christmas. We set special china aside. My grandmama used to fix my granddaddy's plate first. If he was gonna come in late, she would fix his plate first and set it aside, and then she say, now the rest of y'all can eat, but the man of the house, whether he here or not, his stuff gets set aside first. He said, I sanctified you, I ordained you. That means handpicked. The mantle is on you. The anointing is on you. It's in you. I ordained you. That means you have already been picked for this. He tells Jeremiah, I ordained you a prophet, not to just the local body. That's the word for me, but to the nations. Then Jeremiah responds. God gives him his assignment, tells him what he's been set aside for. Oh, come on. Y'all gonna go out to your main pages today. You're gonna tag your girl in. You're gonna drop this in the comments on YouTube. He chose me. He chose me, period. He chose me. Who am I to argue? He chose me, period, Pooh. Whatever, however you want to put it. He chose me. Who am I to argue? That's mine. That's mine. He chose me, point blank, period, Pooh. He chose me, period. You gonna tag me in. Listen, this is Jeremiah's response. He says, Lord God, behold, wait a minute, God, hold on, pay attention. That's what behold means in the word. It means pause and really pay attention and listen to what I'm about to say. Behold, I cannot speak, for I am a youth. I don't know what to say. Who gonna listen to me? Do you know I ain't seasoned in this game? This for those of you that come from religious backgrounds that think a person's age doesn't disqualifies them. Oh, they too young. Who they got a word for? God said, listen, I'm going to pour out my spirit on all flesh. Oh, and your sons and daughters will prophesy. My grandchildren that don't know the word backwards and forward. His spirit has poured out on them, and they gonna prophesy. My grandboys and my granddaughter gonna prophesy, and he chose them, Period, Pooh. And Jeremiah says, he argues with God. He said, hold up, God. Hold up. Wait a minute. Behold, listen. I can't do this because I'm young. And some of you are saying, God, hold up. I can't do this. Listen, I don't know how to speak. I don't have the platform. Who gonna listen to me? What am I gonna say when I get there? Your heart is racing. Listen. I used to wrestle with God so much, I would almost now, Natista, I know what it is now. My heart would, I've had heart palpitations. My palms would sweat. My mouth would get dry. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't sleep. Some people might consider them just mini panic attacks. When the Lord would use me to prophesy, especially to power and especially to people that were over me, I would wrestle for days. I would lose sleep. I would have no peace. And he said, you gonna get enough of wrestling with me. When I loose you as a prophet to say something, time is of the essence, because when you don't release the word, it could cost somebody their life. If you don't release a word to power, they getting ready to go down the wrong road, and there's gonna be a lot of casualties, a lot of unnecessary deaths. You're gonna have to do all this damage control. You obey me swiftly, because there's a lot of things riding on it. And here's what God says to Jeremiah. Here is what he is saying to you and me. For those of you that say, oh Lord, I don't know about this. I can't do this. Who am I to do this? You sure about this? You chose me. You want me to speak. Some of y'all are sitting on stuff now that God is saying, if you don't release this, you will not have no peace. Listen, you can't listen. It's one thing to have a bunch of noise around you, but listen, when God's hand is upon you and his hand is against you because you won't do what he says, and he removes his peace from you, oh, some of y'all can't sleep. Y'all can take all the Z's, whatever you take to sleep, and you still ain't getting no rest. Why? Because he has told you to do something, and you've been arguing with him, telling him why you can't do it. And he rolled up and told you, listen, before you were formed in your mama's womb, I knew you and I already had set you apart and oiled you. I had already oiled you. I had already anointed you to do this. And here you are. Here I am. Listen, I'm talking what I know. I'm arguing with God about why I can't do it. Why you need to choose somebody else? Why they gonna listen to me? Do you know my background? Do you know, like he don't know none of the stuff we done, like he don't know none of the stuff we done. Oh, come on here, somebody. But in verse 7, God says to Jeremiah, do not say that. Oh, God came by to say that to somebody this morning. You stop saying that about yourself. He done told you who you are, and you stop trying to tell him who you're not. Oh, God chose me, period. You ain't got to like it. I don't even understand it. Hey, you take it up with him. It ain't none of, listen, oh, mind your business. Don't say that. And this is what God tells him. He says, for you shall go to whom I send you. You're going to go where I command you to go, and you're going to speak whatever I tell you to speak. Oh, my God, this morning, I'm going to read this in the Message version, the hood version, the street version, and we getting ready to go about our day. Before I shaped you in the womb, before I molded you and shaped you, I knew all about you. Oh, I knew every facet, every crack, every crevice. I knew every thought that was going to go through your mind. Before you saw the light of day, I had holy plans for you, a prophet to the nations. That's what I had in mind for you. I don't know what you had in mind for yourself. I don't know why you arguing, trying to talk God down, but he already had something in mind for you. But I said, this is me and you talking. This is what we saying. Hold it, Master God. Wait, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm a wretch undone. Look at me. I'm dirty. Look at me. I'm the least. I don't know nothing. I don't know anything. I'm only a boy. I don't know enough to speak authority to power. I don't know enough to do where you sent me. I don't know how to do this. Look at me. You done see my resume. You done seen all the spots and stains on it. Look at me. And he says, I'm only this. Some of y'all keep downplaying who you are. Some of you keep downplaying your gift. I only got this. God said, I ain't ask you that. Oh, there were two older ladies in a store the other day. I'm going to get back to my message in a second. There were two older ladies in the store the other day, and you could tell they had been rocking a long time together, Mother Ruby. You could tell that they had been together for a long time. Thelma and Louise, Sharissa. You could tell these two older women had been together for a long time. And I'm going to tell you how I know. They was talking to each other all reckless in any old kind of way. You understand me? Wasn't no mincing words. Wasn't no filtering, because it wasn't no emotions and feelings in it. They was kind of talking to each other kind of rough, and I was so tickled. And one of them picked up something and said, what you think about this? The other lady said, I don't have the money for that. She said, I ain't ask you that. She said, I asked you, did you like it or not? Now, did I ask you about any money? Hush up. Do you like it or don't you? I fell out. God said, I ain't ask you your credentials. I ain't ask you if you had the money. I ain't ask you none of that. I ask you, do you believe that what I've picked out for you is fit for you? Oh my God. God told me, he told you, don't say I'm only this. I'll tell you where to go and you'll go there. Oh, tell God, send me, I'll go. Tell God. I told God at the end of last year when he got through breaking and shaping and molding me, I said, oh, you got a real yes this time. He says, I'll tell you where to go and you'll go there. You're going to go out to your main pages and tag me in. God chose me. Period, Pooh. Period. Listen, God chose me. I don't understand it either. I'll tell you where to go. You'll go there. I'll tell you what to say, and you'll say it. There's some people on here now. You ain't gonna have no peace until you do what I just said. Don't be afraid of a soul. Don't be afraid of their faces. Set your forehead like flint. I'll be right there looking after you. God's decree. When God says my decree, he said, that's the street way of him saying, my word is my bond. God chose you. Stop playing around. Listen. When I went through what I went through last year, and for those of you that were in the room and you heard, you heard the testimony on Saturday, and I've spoken this. I said this yesterday. I'm writing a devotional that will give more detail about some of my days in the journal, in the devotion form. When you, and this is what God did with me, Danielle Hinton. I thought because I was serving, I thought because even in the midst of what I was going through, that I still showed up for every assignment. I didn't miss. I don't recall missing not one assignment, Pauline Long. I don't recall missing not one time to pass out a food basket and box. I don't recall one time missing a meeting or not responding to an email for the assignment. I don't remember missing not one time on the prayer call when I had to study and deliver the word. But God says, listen, you've been found faithful in all of those things, but you know there is something else I want you to do. You know there's another area in your life where I want you to be consistent. You know there's another area in your life where I want to take you higher. You know there's another area in your life where I want to expand your territory and lengthen your cords and take you higher and take you up and expose you to other things, expose you to other people. You know there's arenas and places I want to place you, and you keep fighting that. You still want to play small. You still want to just be here in the neighborhood. You still want to just, okay, if whatever pastor say do, just do that, no more, no less. You still playing small when there's greatness in you. Okay, so since you won't do what I tell you to do, I'm getting ready to put you in the fire. I'm getting ready to put you between a rock and a hard place. Me and you I'm getting ready to wake you up in the middle of the night, and we're going to wrestle. And we're going to wrestle till the break of day. And I'm going to ask you what your name is. And then when you tell me what your name is, I'm going to change your name, and you're going to be blessed the rest of your life. Some of you think you're doing what God wants you to do. You think you're doing it the way he wants you to do it. But God is saying, according to Jeremiah 1:5-7 this morning, he said, you gonna do it the way I say do it. You're going to do it to who I say do it to. And you need to know I'm going to be right there with you. And don't you be afraid of their faces. Some of you need to speak up in meetings on your job and you're not doing it. And you're sitting there wiggling in your seat because the Holy Ghost got your feet on fire and you won't open your mouth and say nothing because you're more concerned about what they're going to think and what they're going to say. And then you sitting there wrestling with God. Oh, listen, I'm sitting here telling you, wrestling with God is a fixed fight. We're going to lose. He going to always win. And he's saying, listen, I'm bringing you up to speak something. I want you to say something in an arena. I want you to say something in a setting. And you oh, Lord, when this meeting gonna be over? He wants you to say something on a Zoom. You've been on 50-11 Zooms in a year, and God still wants you to speak something, and you won't speak it. Oh, my God. I'm having to deal with a word right now that God wants me to release to power, and I got to release it today. I have to make a phone call today. I ain't talking about something I do not know. I'm talking about, and listen, let me say something to you. Let me release you. Let me relieve a little bit of the pressure, because listen, I ain't trying to make it sound like it's easy. Let me say something to you. As a prophet, as a person that's to say something to somebody, listen, you're not responsible for whether or not they obey the word. You're responsible for what you're supposed to say and what you're supposed to do. Listen, as a prophet, read your word. Read the book of the prophets. The prophets would drop the word off. They would deliver the word. They didn't stay to see how they going to treat the mail. Did they open the mail? Did they pay the bill that was in the mail? Did they respond? No. The prophet drops off the word. And the kings had an opportunity to pray or obey or disobey. And we see in the word the consequences of disobedience. When the prophet drops off a word, when you deliver a word to power, when you do what God tells you to do, listen, after that, it's off you. Your responsibility is to do the part in the scenario that God chose you to do. He told Jeremiah, you're going to do what I say do. You're going to say what I say. You're going to say it the way I tell you to say it. He said, I'm going to be with you. Don't you be afraid of a soul. Stop being afraid of people and do what God told you to do. Stop letting the opinions of people weigh more on the scale than what God has told you to do. You so concerned about people when the blessing coming from God. You so concerned about what people think of you. Listen. I'm not going to concern myself with what people think about me when most people don't even know what they think about themselves. Oh, that should free somebody up this Tuesday morning. I'm not going to sit here and lose no sleep over what somebody thinks about me when most people don't even know how to think about themselves. Oh, I'm not going to sit here and chase rabbits down holes. Who said this about me? Where did that come from? Who said that? Who did that? Stop it. You get on your assignment. Stop chasing rabbits. Stop chasing waterfalls. Do what God says do the way he says do it. And he said, don't you be afraid of a soul. I got you. My word is bond. Happy Tuesday. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. To God be the glory. God, we thank you for your word. Thank you for dropping revelation on me before the break of the Sunday this morning obstacle course. I get it, God. I get it. I get it. Thank you for speaking that to somebody that needed to hear it this morning. God, continue to help me to be obedient when you unction me in the Holy Ghost. Help me, Jesus, to do what you said do and do it the way you said do it. In the name of Jesus. If that's your prayer, put some hearts on the screen. If that's your decree, if that's your heart, say, God, help me. Just put it on the screen. God help me, and I promise you he will. He said, I'm already with you. I'm going to go before you. I'm going to make crooked places straight. They ain't got to receive it, but but what they won't, in the word it says they will know a prophet has been there. What they can't say is I didn't get the word. What they can't say is I didn't get the warning. What they cannot say is I didn't know what God said. Oh, no, you just didn't obey. You want to sow into this word? Listen, they're going to put the information on the screen. It's on the website, repurposetribe.com. Continue to sow the seed of an invite. We are expanding the kingdom. God is doing something. God has been speaking to me over the past couple of days about the Repurpose Conference. Listen, 2022, Lord Jesus. Oh, God, I said, okay, Lord, I actually sat down and put pen to paper. I said, now, God, if you get ready to expand this thing like this, listen, God, listen. Oh, so whatever God is doing in your life, you listen to him. I give him the glory. repurposetribe.com. You want to sow into this word, they're going to put the information on the screen. You can sow the seed of an invite. We want to grow this tribe all over the nation so that when Repurpose travels to other cities, cross state line, when Repurpose roll up, when the Repurpose bus, van, whatever it is, roll up, my God, from Zion, the tribe gonna be everywhere, all over the world. Give him the glory. Go to your tribe and invite people to our tribe. Oh, go to your tribe and invite people to our tribe. Come on, give God the glory. I love you. I love me some you. Thank you for doing life with me. Thank you for rolling with your girl. Thank you for loving on me, praying for me, holding me up, speaking life to me. Y'all don't even understand. On some of the days that you inbox me and text me, sometimes I'm feeling low. Sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes the devil is trying to convince me I'm not who God says I am. Oh, don't think he don't try to attack me, because he do. Thank you. Thank you for your love. Here, thank you for your love. Candace, thank you for your love. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. I love you, tribe. Listen, let me speak this blessing over you. If you've got prayer requests, I want you to inbox me. Go to repurposetribe.com. Send me an email. Send me your prayer request. Drop it in the chat. Drop it on the page. We own it. We own it. Listen, we own it. All of our lines are going to fall in smooth places on today. Listen, favor and double is your portion today. Healing, health, and wholeness and restoration is your portion today. Oh my God. Peace is your portion on today. And listen, I love y'all here. I love you. Go to your main pages. Tag your girl in. I'm chosen. Period. Hey, I don't understand it. Listen, I'm just as baffled as you are. But who am I that he is mindful of me? I'm just glad that he is. I love you. Listen, we're going to be back here tomorrow morning, Lord's will, for the heat, for the fire, for what thus saith the Lord, for morning manna. I love you.